What is resource? Anything on the earth that is necessary for the survival of human beings and satisfies human needs is called a resource. Early humans were unaware of the utility of these natural resources. Thus, they were fully dependent upon the environment for their needs. With the passage of time, humans developed different techniques to convert these natural resources into useful articles that could satisfy their every need. Now, as technology is developing at a faster rate, human beings conserve available resources and to minimize wastage. We should understand that although nature's gifts are endless, we need to use them carefully so that they are never destroyed forever. Types of resources. Our beautiful earth is full of resources. They are generally classified into three types: natural resources, man made resources, and human resources. Natural resources. Natural substances found on the earth that are used without much alteration are called natural resources. These are the gifts of nature. Water, air, soil, mineral, and natural vegetation are all natural resources. Some of these resources can be used directly. For example, water, air, and fruits can be used directly, while mineral have to be separated from their ores. We get petrol, diesel, and wax from crude petroleum after refining. So we can say that most natural resources provide us with raw material and we have to process them into useful products that are fit for human consumption. We can further classify natural resources on the basis of their origin, development, renewability, and distribution. Classification based on origin. On the basis of origin, we can classify natural resources into two categories: biotic and abiotic. Biotic resources are derived from living organisms. They include plants such as cereal crops, fruits, and vegetables. Animals, microorganisms, and human beings also belong to this category. Most of the biotic resources have the capacity to reproduce if the environmental conditions are favorable. Abiotic resources are found from physical and non-living environment. They include air, water, land, and minerals. Some of these resources can be exhausted by excessive use because they are available in limited quantity in nature. Their total reserve cannot be increased by human effort. These resources are in great demand for the development of industries. Classification based on development. On the basis of development, we can classify natural resources into two categories: actual or developed resource and potential resource. Actual or developed resource are those resources whose total quantity and quality are presently known and which are already being used by human beings. Resources like coal, petroleum are come in this category. Some factors that lead to the development of these resources are the needs of the people, technology, and economic usefulness. Potential resource. Potential resource are those resources whose total available quantity is not known at present. These resources are around us but are not fully used. They can be used in future. For example, Africa has a number of waterfall which may be used in future to generate hydroelectricity, but at present they have not been fully utilized. Therefore, these waterfall are as potential resource for Africa. Potential resource need detailed survey to estimate their quantity and quality. Classification based on renewability. On the basis of renewability, we can classify natural resources into two categories: renewable resource and non-renewable resource. Renewable resources have the capacity to reproduce, regenerate by natural process within a short span of time. Air, water, solar energy, animal, Plants and human beings are the best example of such resources. Some of these resources are unlimited, like sunlight and wind. Non renewable resources. Non renewable resources are available only in fixed amount. They do not get regenerated by natural process. For example, coal, natural gases, petrol, and minerals like iron and copper. With the help of technology, we can recycle some of the minerals like gold, silver, and iron. But fossil fuels cannot be recycled yet. Classification based on distribution. The resources are not equally distributed all over the earth. So, on the basis of their distribution, they can be classified into two types: ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous resources are found everywhere. For example, air, wind, and sunlight. Localized resources are found at certain places. For example, gold, silver, copper, coal, and iron. Many physical factors like soil, climate, and altitude are responsible for the distribution of natural resources. There is an unequal distribution of resources because these factors differ so much all over the earth. Human made resources. Human made resources are created by human beings from the material available in the environment. Machines, tools, buildings, and other infrastructure are all examples of human made resources. Technology is also a human made resource. Human resources. Human beings are the most important resource of the world. Through their knowledge and skill, they can make the best use of natural resource. They can discover, develop, and convert the available or potential resource into useful product. Therefore, if a country want to progress, it should first develop its human resource. Conserving resources. Using natural resources carefully and giving them time to renew is called conservation of resource. All resources should be used wisely. Due to misuse and overuse of resource to satisfy human greed, the quality of air, water, and land has destroyed. Also, certain species of bird, plants, and animals have become extinct. This has created a situation in which non renewable resources like petroleum and coal could be exhausted after some time. Thus, a balance between population growth and the utilization of resources is the need of the hour. The United Nations used the term sustainable development for the first time in 1987. Sustainable development of resource. Sustainable development means development that take place without damaging the environment. When we use natural resource wisely for today's need and also conserve them for future generation, it is known as sustainable development. There are various ways by which we can conserve our resource. Some of them are by switching off fans and lights when not required, by growing more trees and don't cut the tree, by not wasting water while bathing or washing. The future of our planet is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that is provided to us by nature.